Yo, sorry about the wait. Um, anyways, one of the active topics that are going along on my server at the moment is false bans. Now, this is something that I've talked about in streams before, and I've always pushed off stating that this is something that should be addressed, but then I kind of laid low for a very long period of time. And so the false banning didn't become as relevant to me. Now, this being said, there's a lot of people that are defending, stating that, sorry, stating that, there's moderators reviewing the case. You got community managers, customer service that are also stating that, that they're being reviewed. But this has been a common tactic that has been announced by many other streamers all over, that massive false reports have been a thing. And this is a huge issue. This is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. In fact, if you know people that are false reporting, get screenshots of that and submit it. I don't care if they're your friends. It's not acceptable behavior. So what we're seeing here is a post by Ribbit. I'll go ahead and put it in the description right now. And there's quite a few people that have actually been banned. There we go. So this is the forum post right now. I'm going to push this and promote this video as much as I can. I'm going to throw it up on Reddit. I'm going to throw it everywhere. If you manage to catch this during the live stream, this is just me just talking about the situation and reading off what has been stated on the forums. So Ribbit went ahead and discussed their point of view of what exactly happened with, so the statement goes as such. So basically yesterday around 8 to 9 p.m., I was selling highly sought after items such as the orichalcum brace storage chest and rare items to make gold for the upcoming patch. I've been doing it all day, putting up lots of work on my trophies before the prices spike on things. Then I was banned for abusive behavior. Now, mind you, I'm a merchant. I spend my day crafting and earning money, and I've been banned. The ban was stated for 6 days. I log on later to see that how the ban worked, and it's been stated that I've been permanently banned for disruptive behavior. I had to get help on live help status check that basically told me there was a problem with their report system labeling temporary bans as permanent. They said it was 6 days. I read their TOS, and I haven't violated it. I finally, after 16 hours, received an email back from Amazon support stating explicitly that the appeal was denied and it was justified. But again, I read their TOS and it was never violated. Even at the time I was warned, it warned me 3 hours that I was reported for abusive behavior. The only thing that I did was sell items. As I stated, I was a merchant who needed lots of money for the insanely expensive trophies. They stated specifically that it was actually a 7-day abusive behavior and not permanent, and the game stated for disruptive. By this point, I was confused and continued to read the email. They said specifically that they could not reveal any specifics and never told me what I did wrong. Speaking abstractly, if I was a player that had a ban that merited or unmerited, and the reason was never stated, how could I recognize what I did wrong with no clear TOS violation? I would like to talk to a human, as even upon being banned, I received no information about my ban other than why it was labeled banned. After I was banned, several other players laughed about where'd the X character go for like 20 minutes. That's not evidence for mass reporting, but highly suspicious. We know how mass reports work. All I had to do was have my name dropped in a Discord because someone didn't like that I wanted to do my business, and it made many happy customers that day. Okay, so I know who this is. This is obviously Bubbles. So during the stream earlier today, we talked about Bubbles and how he was a merchant. He's a vendor. Actually, I called him a vendor, but he refers to himself as a merchant, it seems. This is obviously Bubbles. And if Bubbles is permanently banned, that's insane. because like I said, the dude is nice. He's always helped people out. You can listen, the market could have an item up such as the storage chest, right? And say if they're going for 15 or even 20K, Bubbles will sell it to you for 10, because he or she has always been that person that kind of like had no problem with haggling prices and stuff like that, was always very polite. I was actually there during the event when Bubbles got mass reported. And during the discussion, it was actually really, really ridiculous. I can see if someone was spamming the chat that, if Bubbles was spamming the chat, I would say that would definitely be a disruptive behavior. But honestly, he posts maybe like one chunk every I don't know, probably like anywhere between like 3 to 5 minutes. Bubbles really spaces out their stuff. And then, he continues going on talking to people like how he normally does. Bubbles has always been a really nice person. Amazon, it's baffling. This is the response that you give us. And I'm going to go ahead and point this out, that everyone knows that your report system is definitely not moderated. There's no way that it's moderated, because there's so many evidence stacked against your claim that even if a few tickets are being moderated, the mass reporting actually does ban people. I don't know if it's a problem with your code or if you set up a bot. But, I mean, a dev or a representative of Amazon Game Studios accidentally slipped out stating that, during mass reports, sometimes the bot will ban you. You can Google this everywhere. It's all over Reddit. It's all over. It's a well-known slip. And then the community manager actually turned around and said, "Oh, I don't know why they said that it was a bot. We always moderate." Your reply to the situation was, "Hi, traveler. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to New World Forums. Really sorry to hear you've been banned by mass report. Thanks for explaining so deeply your issue in this post, and apologies. I can see already you tried to appeal this without success. All the reports are reviewed by AGS special team, the bots, and the appeals are the same. By policy, after we explain the type of ban is applied, no further information on the case will be revealed. Please try to appeal one more time and refer to this post with my answer to request a second investigation on your case. Sometimes the process to verify if an infraction has been committed is not as simple as it sounds. We apologize. We don't apologize. We apologies for any inconvenience this has caused you. To reappeal, please use this link below, which is provided by Kex Salon. Now, we know for a fact that your customer ticket system, the people that you have employed for customer service, is not part of AGS. It's actually outsourced. Now, this is normally a common thing, for companies, especially game companies, especially new ones, to outsource their customer service tickets to someone else, another company that handles customer support frequently. Now, India has been a common grower of customer support. Now, there's no specific customer support that they deal with, though a lot of people would claim that it would be technical customer support. It's broad. It's very broad. And so if you can get the customer service done for cheaper, then you would, right? It's how you cut costs. Big Brother only gave you a certain amount of allowance to handle this project, and so you're going to cut costs where you can. The problem is when your customer support and your ticket system is being handled by agents that do not even know how the system works, to the point where they refer to League of Legends customer service on how to gift skins. There was an individual that asked how to gift a skin, and the agent, the customer service representative that he talked to, literally copied and pasted a League of Legends, a Riot customer service on how to gift RP. Now, this being stated, it shows that you're obviously outsourcing it. And this is not speculatory. There's no way that if I hired someone for, say, if I ran a burger joint, there's no way that the person that I hired that handles all the PR and stuff like that is going to sit there and link a bowling alley issues and refunds. There's no way. It's not logical. Yes, it's a gaming industry, but those are two different beasts. That's a MOBA. This is an MMORPG. The relationship between the interactions with the marketplace is just way different, right? Right now, I don't even think you can gift, right? What the only thing you can do is you can give Steam gift cards, right? Which would apply a balance to someone's account, and then they can turn around and use that. But you can't directly provide a gift for New World's marketplace itself. Now, all that being stated, you have these false reports that have been common knowledge that has been abused for wartime for a very long time on these very highly competitive servers. It's known that if you see the enemy faction group near you, to get the hell out of there. Why? Because they're going to spam report you. You don't talk in global. You don't talk in help chat. You don't talk in recruitment. You can't talk in any of the globals because literally they will spam report you. And it's getting so toxic that it's not healthy for your community. You need to make a change. And it has to start with the mass reports. Can you name one instance on this forum post that I have in the description below, Amazon Game Studio? You really need one example where the mass report system has shown that someone that has been doing some illegal services actually gets punished where they wouldn't have been from a couple reports, from 5 reports. I'm not saying tone it down so the bot starts banning more people. I know you toned it up because there are people that still try and do it, but they don't hit that threshold for the bot to automatically start banning them, right? Maybe sometimes you do have a moderator that reviews the case and says, you know what? Yeah, this person's probably a jerk because they're getting reported by so many people. Even if that's the case and they're not properly thoroughly investigating the situation, it is irresponsible for that person to ban them because they're going into a decision with very little information. You have to have evidence because here's the thing. The part that's getting abused is we have players dictating which players can play. The decision should be based on Amazon Game Studio. And you know what? If someone gets banned for inappropriate behavior, we would 100% agree with it. If someone's hacking, cheating, exploiting, you know what? They should actually get permanent ban. If someone's using, for example, the people that were using the duplication exploit, they should be permanent banned. People that are using the hatchet exploit against all odds when that was a thing should have been permanently banned. People that are using the BM healing crouch, that should have been permanent ban. People that are intentionally compromising the game in order to have a competitive advantage over their opponents should receive permanent ban. Yes, it's going against the TOS. It's playing against intention. Now, if you are to tell me that what Bubbles have been doing, right, I'm going to go back to this Bubbles situation. If you're telling me what Bubbles was doing it was against terms of service because it was considered spam, make a trade chat. Flat out, make a trade chat. There's people doing vendor stuff all day. It's literally all day long. And at this point, it is so not fair to the individuals that are just trying to make some money. They're not even flooding the chat. They space it out. They're very appropriate. They're being considerate about how the other people will see the situation. And it's gotten to the point where people are now flooding the chat about false bans. You have over 83 replies on this thread, and there's countless other topic threads about false bans. This is not acceptable behavior. And you know what? I really hope Amazon Game Studio gets on this because between weapon swapping, between the inconsistent combat gameplay, the massive changes to weapon balancing, and you know what? The main focus being content in order for people to stay and focusing on the expertise system, you need to get the base game handled because otherwise what's going to end up happening is you're going to lose more and more of your players. I'm going to tell you right now, if I got false banned to the point where every week I can't play for a day just because I got false banned, I'm going to stop coming on your game, especially when it wasn't right. And especially when I know the people that have falsely banned me are not permanently banned for intentionally falsely reporting and removing an individual's playtime. Honestly, that's a bannable offense. That should be a bannable offense. If they're well knowing having a collective of individuals report someone under false pretenses in order to get them framed for some form of image, that's almost like illegal behavior. If you did that in real life and you jeopardize someone in a situation because you're spreading rumors, it's called fucking slander. So at the end of the day, Amazon Game Studio, you need to reverse this ban on bubbles, because you know what? A 6-day, 7-day ban, a 1-day ban is not appropriate. The gentleman has always been polite to everyone, has always been friendly to everyone. And when people were being toxic to him because he was posting prices on Void Bet set at 45K, and people were getting upset because they couldn't sell their set for 60K instead of waiting for him to sell the set so they can sell theirs, it's ridiculous. You need to handle this toxic community, get moderators on the higher population servers, and start changing the dynamics of the community, because the casual players aren't going to sit there and live through the toxicity. Only streamers and other toxic players are going to go through that shit, regardless how passionate they are about your game. Anyways, I'm going to end this stream. I'm not trying to sit there and do another 2-hour stream, but you know what? This is not okay, and this needs to change. And I hope the community stands up and starts doing something about it. All right, take care.